Hello, Beaufort. I'm Commissioner Sharon Harker. Since 1976, the month of February has been observed as Black History Month throughout the United States as well as Canada. Although Black History is 365 days of the year, it is still important that we take the time out to recognize the many contributions that African Americans have made within our country and in our town. Now, it would take more than a month to recognize the many contributions that African Americans have made within the town of Beaufort. So I'll be focusing on a series of historical events that have shaped African American history as well as the town of Beaufort. Now, in 1862, the Union Army began to occupy most of eastern North Carolina to include the town of Beaufort. This word began to spread to the slaves that were held in Confederate territories. In order to gain their freedom, to avoid persecution, and to find family members in which they were forcibly separated, the slaves began to escape from Confederate-held territories. Now, hundreds of slaves arrived here in Beaufort, where they were forcibly put to work in contraband camps in lieu of protection from the Union Army. They were made to cook for the soldiers as well as the refugees, repair their weaponry, as well as spy at great personal risk. Even after the Emancipation Proclamation was passed on January the 1st, 1863, the free slaves still remained in encampments in Union areas. These encampments became known as Uniontown. Now, the town would not allow for the freedmen or the Union soldiers to be buried in the town cemetery. So here at the corner of Marsh, a small cemetery was created. And shortly after the Civil War ended, the remains were removed and taken to the National Cemetery in New Bern. There they received an honorable burial as well as headstones, even though many of their names were not known. Now, Uniontown became the heart of African American community. With the hard work and education, this community began to thrive. You had schools that were built, homes that were built, as well as businesses. Join me next week as we continue to explore African American history in the town of Beaufort. Thank you, Beaufort.